Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. For a while now, the Igbo elders have been talking about the issue of Igbo or presidency of the Southeastern extraction come 2023. In recent past, one of the elder statesmen have even decided to make it very plain that it's either they give the Igbos 2023 presidency or they want out. And of course, in that light, they even give some warnings that any of their Igbo illustrious sons or daughters that will be vying for a vice president will be greatly sanctioned. Hence, they threw their weight that all Igbos in all political parties should actually vie for president, and most parties, or if not all the parties, should recognize the Southeast for their presidential ticket. Right now, there is tension brewing. And a lot of people are wondering how will Ohaneze and Ndigbo, the Epe cultural group, and the Igbo elders manage this tension that is brewing. Don't forget the Igbos are one tribe even the colonial masters found very difficult to colonize because of their nature of leadership. But before we go into the news report to find out exactly what is going on, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, efforts by the Southeast to produce the next president may hit the rock as some of the aspirants from the region have vowed not to step down for one another. This is as the Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization Ohaneze Ndigbo warned that any presidential aspirant from the Southeast who refused to step down and support a common candidate from the region would fail. Some of the contenders for the presidency for the Southeast are Ayem Pius Ayem, Dave Umahi, both from Ebonyi State, Peter Obi and Kingsley Moghalu, and both from Anambra State, Ojus Okalo and Sam Ohabuanwa, both from Abia State, Roger Sokorocha, Imo State, Chris Baywood of Baywood Foundation, Enugu State, and others expected to make their intention known in the coming days. While Kalu, Umahi, and Okorocha are members of the All Progressive Congress, the likes of Anyim, Ohabuanwa, and Obi are in the main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party. It is not clear on which platform Moghalu and Baywood will contest. Recall that the Southeast has since Nigeria returned to democracy in 1999 been clamoring for a president of Igbo extraction. Since Nigeria returned to democracy in 1999, only the Southeast region has yet to produce a president from the southern part of the country. While a former military head of state, Olusegun Obasanjo from the southwest, led Nigeria as a democratically elected president from 1999 to 2007, Umar Yar'Adua from the northwest took over the mantle of leadership from 2007 to 2010 when he passed on. Then the vice president, Goodluck Jonathan, from the south completed Yar'Adua's tenure and spent another term before he handed over to the incumbent president, Major General Muhammad Buhari, retired from the northwest in 2015. With only 5 states are not at a vantage position in terms of voting strength, the Southeast presidential aspirants are up against formidable presidential aspirants like the former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, although he has not declared, the Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, and Governor of Kogi State Yahaya Bello in APC. Those angling for the ticket of PDP are former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Governor Aminu Tambuwal of Sokoto State, amongst others. However, the Southeast has expressed determination to clinch the presidential position in 2023 with most of the aspirants in APC. However, the Southeast has expressed determination to clinch the presidential position in 2023 with most of the aspirants in APC. My aspiration can't be quenched, says Ohabuanwa. But one of the aspirants, Mazi Sam Ohabuanwa, described his presidential ambition as motivational and therefore had no plans to quit no matter the situation. Ohabuanwa said that he could only accept to withdraw from the race if the powers that motivated him decide otherwise. He was responding to a question on whether he would be willing to step down if asked to do so in order to reduce the number of aspirants and brighten the chances of the Southeast having a shot at the presidency. I quote him, "I am not willing and not considering stepping down. I am not desperate and that aspiration cannot be quenched, he further said. Ohabuwa specifically said his presidential aspiration did not start in one day, but inspirational, adding that it is not something to jettison like that. The PDP presidential hopeful, whose mantra is the change that Nigeria needs, said the country needs the best to assuage the decadence in the society. On whether he would be comfortable if some aspirants withdraw from the race to support him, Ohabuwan said, "I will be happy over the friendship and comradeship. If they want the redemption of the country, anybody can support us. Anybody that supports us will be accommodated." Similarly, one of the presidential aspirants from the region, who does not want his name mentioned, said it was impracticable for any aspirant to step down from the race, adding that Ohaneze Ndigbo, led by Professor George Obiozo, had not said anyone should withdraw from the race. Also, one of the support groups for Governor David Umahi's presidential aspiration, Akubwaraoha Youth Assembly, said, with the achievement of the governor, it would be wrong for anyone to ask him to step down for any person. The national president of the group, Mark Ono, told one of our correspondents that Umahi had gone far in the race and would not think about withdrawing at any stage, maintaining that the governor possessed the qualities to lead the country. He said there is no need for Governor Umahi to step down for anyone. He is better than other aspirants considering his achievements as the governor of Ebonyi State. Come to Ebonyi State and see how he has developed the place. He has gone as far in the race, and the question of withdrawing for anybody should not come up because he is far ahead in terms of quality. Similarly, one of the aspirants who confided in on Saturday mentioned, or rather maintained, that it was not possible for Ohaneze Ndigbo to say only one candidate would be supported to achieve a Nigerian president from Igbo extraction. The presidential hopeful said, "You have to understand that it is not George Obiozo-led Ohaneze that said so, that one candidate will be supported for a president from SouthEast to emerge. Obiozo-led Ohaneze is the authentic Ohaneze Ndigbo. So if anybody wakes up by the side and says this or that, Obiozo can't say he will bring support to one candidate. It is not possible because I've heard him handle such issues. It is not possible. How would you bring one candidate? Are you in control of the political parties?" I watched Obiozo on television, and when they asked him this thing, he said everybody would emerge from the political parties. There's no way Obiozo will say only one candidate will be recognized because it doesn't work and it's not practicable. One of the aspirants from the region, Professor Kingsley Mugalo, however, declined to comment on the issue when he was asked if he would step down for any person for the Southeast to forge a common front. He said, "Sorry, I cannot comment." However, efforts to get the leadership of the Ojus Okalu OUK movement, a support group for former governor of Abia State, Senator Ojus Okalu, was not successful. Ohaneze, earlier, the Apex Igbo Sociocultural Group, Ohaneze Ndigbo, said that it has set up a committee to discuss with all presidential aspirants from the region to ensure it presents one person to contest in all the major political parties. According to Ohaneze Ndigbo spokesman Chief Alex Omonaya, the committee, named Action Committee, is headed by the Group President General and Secretary General Ambassadors George Obiozo and Oke Emuche, respectively. He cautioned that any other aspirant that fought to support the person and continue to contest would not succeed. Although Ogbonnaya said Ohaneze was still discussing with all aspirants as it had no favorite candidate amongst the presidential aspirants that had already declared their ambition. He noted that anybody that wanted to be the president of Nigeria must be a person with high intellect, courage, and audacity. We have what we call Political Action Committee of Ohaneze Ndigbo. Part of the work the committee is doing is to find a way to meet other ethnic groups in Nigeria, talk to them, explain to them, and convince them why they should support the Igbo for the president of Nigeria. Another part of the work which we intend to embark on is to sensitize our people to come out and participate actively in both registration of voters and get their permanent voters card, but most especially and importantly, by the time they come out, because it would have been too early for Ohaneze to begin the process of elimination when people have not even come out. But by the time they come out, we will look at them because there's hardly any Igbo of note we do not know. Then we'll be able to prevail on some candidate to step down for one candidate that will be accepted not only in Southeast but across the country. Somebody with national appeal, somebody with capacity expected for the assignment, somebody with a track record of accomplishment, somebody who has the audacity and, more importantly, the vision for Nigeria. Asked what Ohaneze would do in situations where some aspirants refused to step down, he said such an issue was expected to happen, but one that the aspirant involved would lose. He said such issue will always come up, but the moment the Ohaneze points to a direction, and before we point to a direction, consultations with diverse groups must have been done. By the time we form a direction, the greater majority will be following that direction of Ohaneze and Ndigbo. Then whoever is contesting is on his own and will lose. Quite an interesting one. I wonder how this will play out. Let's meet in the comment section, please.